just getting some rigs sorted out because we're going fishing in a bit later on. Yeah, so I've got rigs. I'm just making a few hook links because I use these like interchangeable hook links with a little clip on the end. Just bait those up, and then you can switch them over, and then you haven't got to have loads of rigs. We can have less rigs and then just switch hook links over. So I'm doing that. I've just kind of defaulted to this rig. I don't know what you call it. It's got one hook on it. I don't know, a one hooker or something. I quite like using those, so I'll just put a little hook link on the end of those and then just attach that onto my swivel, and that's quite cool. The only problem is if you're doing, what I found is you've obviously got to make loads of hook lengths, and in order for them to connect with your bait clip, they've all got to be the same length or about the same length, so depending on what bait clips you're using. So I really like these breakaway splashdowns because what I found is they're the ones that hold the hook. They hold it really nicely, even if you lose a little bit of tension in the hook length, which you can do during a cast. If you're watching this for rig making tips, then you're going to be disappointed because I'm not a rig making expert. There's going to be no link in the description to how to make this, I'm afraid. Not that you'd want it anyway, but yeah, it just feels a bit more, I don't know. I think it's a combination of it's sunny, it's spring, it's warm. You know, they're talking about vaccine and a lot of people being vaccinated now, and it just feels like there's a little bit of kind of hope and light at the end of the tunnel. So I don't know if you can hear it, the wind blowing over the shed roof. I think the forecast is for about 30 mile an hour. There you go, there's a few hook lengths tied for my one hook rig, whatever you call it. I'll show you on the map where we're going to go. So here we are on the East Kent coast. There's Deal Pier there. A little bit further up there you got Sandown. Wind direction is southerly, so the wind's coming up from that direction. So if you look at the angle of the beach there, we should have the wind. We should be a little bit protected by the wind. We'll have it over our shoulder anyway. So we've got cracked glass on the lantern, and I think the reason it's cracked is that there is a hole in the side of the mantle, which you probably can't see, but it's there. And I think it's just blown a hot patch on the side of the glass and just heated it too much on one side. So And glass will be alright, but I'm going to change the mantle. With a brand new one, it's just like a cloth bag. And you have to burn it. Yeah, and it's when you burn it, that's when it turns to ash. Well, that's the pump washer. So that's what because you pressurise the tank by pumping air into it. So I'm just going to do a little bit, just to light. All I'm wanting to do with this is just get the mantle lit.
It's coming out the top.
Oh no, it hasn't worked. No, it's just got a massive rip opening up. That didn't work. You have to light it first before you use it, but it's just wrecked, hasn't worked. So we've got no lantern today, so just back to head torches. First dogfish. It's not a bad sized one, so that's going to be dinner. It's really nicely just hooked in the lip there. These quite often get really deeply hooked, but that is a perfect hook. Isaac just had a dogfish. It's a real nice size one, that, so we're going to keep that and then we're going to cook it up in a bit. That's 2 dogfish and 2 casts. Nobody's favourite. Stick your face in it to focus, that gets the focus hopefully, because it's on auto focus, so if I move too far out of frame then it won't focus on me. Right, it's Saturday 19th, about 7 o'clock in the evening or something, I don't know, I haven't checked exactly, and we're at, got to think of the name, we're at Sandown, we're at Sandown, fishing at Sandown, just up from Deal, just north of Deal. Really nice evenings, really nice and mild. So it was forecast to be really windy, as I said earlier. Forecast was 40 mile an hour gusting, and it's nothing like that. It's not bad at all. But we went down to Shakespeare Beach beforehand, because we were going to fish down there. We had no idea to fish down there, but we just had a look over the shingle, and there were massive waves, a huge shore break, and the wind was sort of pretty much in your face, because the beach faces that much further south than this. This has got a slight north facing, so we didn't bother fishing down here, and we've just come down here. So we could just do another bit now, couldn't we? Like I said, that we've caught a couple of fish, so we could do the going home bit as well now.
Yeah, that's
Just cut it. So we haven't been down that long, but we've just caught a few dogfish. We've had a couple of dogfish, a couple of big ones actually, quite nice ones, which I've gutted them and skinned them, and got them ready, and we're going to cook them in a minute. But we're probably just going to drive because we haven't got the stove with us, so we're just going to drive up the beach where we can get the stove out a bit easier, and then we're going to cook them up there and have something to eat because we're hungry. Right. Okay. See you in a bit. Oh no, that's what Fish Hunter says, isn't it? Damn. Got another one. It's quite nicely hooked. You should get the hook out easy from that one.
How many subscribers have you got?
It was 26 today.
Hopefully we'll get more after we post this video.
Yeah. Got to put a good video up, then they might subscribe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we've got enough. I don't feel like we've got enough meat.
No.
We haven't got enough pebble shots.
No.
Definitely need more pebble shots.
Yeah, but like we said, we can just go back to any old beach.
Any old beach, any old where, and do the pebble shots. I mean, that's kind of what I did last time. Is I sort of deliberately went, and I spent quite a lot of time filming.
Pebbles.
I got some nice shots actually. I got a nice one of just put the camera right down close by the waves. I mean, you'd probably think it was rubbish, but I quite liked it. Sort of boring adult type shot.
Well, I don't think kids are going to be watching our videos anyway.
Nah, probably not. Probably too boring. And
as soon as we catch a decent fish, it won't be too boring.
no, no.
I don't see
We just got to keep fishing. We just got to keep going regular. And then,
yeah, but that'll become easier as soon as the summer.
yeah. Right, what else is going on here? By the time we got back in the van, we were both too tired, so we decided to come home rather than cook the fish down the beach. It's kind of nice thinking that spring's on the way as well. There's a lot to look forward to in spring and summer. So the thinking behind the stove and then cooking fish was kind of this dawning realisation, say, just getting back into fishing after not very long, and this realisation that actually in the winter there weren't any cod about, all there was dogfish and whiting, and which after a while gets pretty monotonous. So cooking something to eat was kind of a way of, you know, making it a bonus if you catch like a dogfish or a whiting, you know, so it's kind of trying to turn a negative into a positive, I suppose.